News headlines. 1. Donald Trump suspends strikes on Iranian energy hubs for 10 days. 2. New deadline for Tehran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz along with a 15-point peace proposal. 3. Trump's claims of back-channel negotiations met with Iranian rejection. 4. Global energy crisis triggers oil price volatility and a major crash in the U.S. stock market. 1. Suspension of strikes on Iranian energy centers and a 10-day ultimatum. According to President Donald Trump's recent announcement, the planned devastating airstrikes on Iran's power and energy production centers have been temporarily suspended for 10 days. Trump claimed that the Tehran government itself requested the suspension of these strikes. However, this timeframe is primarily being viewed as an ultimatum or a final opportunity. The suspension will remain in effect until April 6. If Iran fails to comply with American conditions within this specific period, the United States has threatened to use its maximum military force to destroy Iran's energy infrastructure. Essentially, this is a psychological warfare tactic aimed at forcing Iran into submission through the threat of imminent attack. 2. The Strait of Hormuz crisis and the 15-point peace plan. The White House's primary objective is now to resolve the deadlock surrounding the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical oil trade routes. Donald Trump's special envoy, Steve Witkoff, has drafted a 15-point peace proposal, which has been delivered to Iran through Pakistani mediation. The core condition of this plan is the unconditional reopening of the Strait of Hormuz for all international commercial vessels. The U.S. has made it clear that to normalize oil supplies, this route must be opened before the April 6 deadline. Otherwise, the United States may launch a large-scale military operation to ensure the security of vessel movement in international waters. 3. Diplomatic conflict and discrepancy in information. The current situation is marked by completely contradictory information from both sides. President Trump has claimed that back-channel diplomatic talks are progressing excellently. He even hinted that Iran is showing flexibility toward him and has allowed some oil tankers to pass through the Strait of Hormuz as a gesture of goodwill. On the other hand, the Iranian Foreign Ministry has dismissed these claims as entirely baseless. According to them, no negotiations are taking place regarding an end to the war or the unilateral 15-point proposal offered by the U.S. Iran insists it will only permit its allied nations to use the strait. These conflicting statements have created significant fog and uncertainty on the international stage. 4. Surge in global oil prices and U.S. economic crash. The conflict between Iran and the U.S. has had a direct impact on the global economy. Due to the partial closure of the Strait of Hormuz and the fear of war, the global supply of crude oil has dropped abnormally, leading to a record-breaking spike in oil prices per barrel. This energy crisis is driving up commodity prices in the U.S. domestic market and has triggered panic among investors. Consequently, a major crash has been observed on Wall Street and the U.S. stock market. Shares of technology and manufacturing companies, in particular, are plummeting. Economists warn that if a solution is not reached quickly, this state of war could push the global economy into a severe recession.